I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains that last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.
Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable.
Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking.
Now that I've been put through, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh**. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live with your SmackDown post-show review. This is The Value of Wrestling. This is your SmackDown review show. I'm still recovering from my injuries. As you can see, another doctor's visits, some nerve damage, and possibly some issues with the neck, so we're taking some precautions. And so, yes, here I am. If you watch that video, we slowed it way down. You can see, God, that thing is, you slow it down, you just, he came out with me with that elbow, and I just went down like a ton of bricks. But yeah, the doctor said he thinks I suffered some whiplash when I hit that ring and kind of bounced back off of it. But we'll get through this. Another show. Welcome to the show. How are you doing, gentlemen?
Good.
Doing good.
I was gonna say, a piece of me wants to go. When I see it, it's like a part of me wants to do like the boxing commentary. But now that I see you and I've seen you when we left the urgent care,
Yeah.
I don't want to make fun of it anymore because you got hurt, legit, like you're messed up.
Yeah. No, that was not fun. That was not asked for. That was not any situation. I mean, I wasn't expecting that. I was just turning to leave the ring. He was there. And it's painful to watch that in slow-mo. I watched that and I'm like, oh, because you just see it going right in, and you just see me go whop. I mean, like a ton of bricks. Anyway, it's a new opening for the show. We kind of put a lot of that stuff together. We hope you enjoy it. A little something different. The only funny part is when you speed up Mr. Clarke in that initial dance, and he looks like he's been smoking Tony's powder.
Hey, at least we didn't make Mr. Clarke do it in Speedos. to do his Dolph Wonder Kid dance.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we have your Tasty Toes moment of the night, because Mr. Z's admitted that he wants to see Mr. Clarke dancing in a Speedo, and I don't know what to say about that. Yeah. Anyways.
In the words of In Vogue, never gonna get it.
Yeah.
Well,
We're in Greenville. We're in Greenville, South Carolina for tonight's SmackDown. Luckily, Greenville surviving through the hurricanes down there in the region, not too badly damaged, still recovering. We hope everybody down there is safe and they're getting the assistance that they need in those areas, and we wish them the best. Out comes Jimmy. He talks about Solo. OGC comes out. They do their chitter chatter. A great opening for the show. Roman is an older brother, but he's a cousin. Jimmy heads out, leaving Roman to consider a situation. They still need help, and that's get the yeet chant. Jimmy knows one person they can get help from, another yeet chant. Roman says no yeet to some boos. Jimmy says Roman will always be his tribal chief, but he's the only one in the family that still acknowledges Roman. Jimmy heads leaving the situation, but yeah, pretty much starting the speculation for what's to come, building the war games. Great way to open the show. The world's disappointing because we got no Rock, but I guess we're going to have to wait and see. Gentlemen, your thoughts on the opening of the show?
It's everything we needed it to be. I guess I'll share my disappointment when we get to the match itself later on. But and a use of Jimmy Uso. But as far as this first segment, like I said, it's everything they needed it to be. Continue the story, start that slow build to what we all expect. Jimmy kind of feels like Jay Light, as far as his delivering in his promos, and that kind of scares me, because like if you would have told me back in the days when what was that Diva show, the reality show?
No, Total Diva.
Total Divas, thank you. I would have thought Jimmy would have been the first one to get over because he got so much notoriety from Total Divas.
Yeah.
And the fact that all this time now forward, and I don't know if he hasn't gotten the solo reps in, and that's the reason why, or whatever, because this is kind of the same shtick as far as the way they pause and, do their mannerisms that they've been doing as a tag team. Jay somehow has done it, and it still works for him as a solo guy. Jimmy just at this point kind of feels like Jay Light, and I'm just like, that's a little scary, because I feel like there's more he can offer.
Mr. Z?
Say, to the point of how it started, it was pretty much what we expected. Get it short, right to the point, and let it simmer, as any good decision-making process should go. As far as, should I trust this person? Should I tag with them? Let's see what happens. Perfect, spot on. Triple H is doing that great. Let it cook. But Mr. Clarke did have a solid point, is that for some reason Jay got over way more as a singles competitor than how Jimmy comes off of. But I guess we'll have to see what happens.
We'll have to see. I think Jimmy just never got the shine. I think a lot of what got Jay in there, Jay was more of the right-hand man to Roman, and Jay was more the defender of the family, especially when Sami Zayn got brought into the bloodline, and then him and Sami had a lot of back and forth reaction. So Jay was really featured as the main piece of the original bloodline, where Jimmy was still kind of the doppelganger, the third wheel, the one that takes all the crap falls, the one that constantly got beat up. And so that's just kind of why I think part of it was Jay was elevated in that storyline already, and then heading out on a solo run. And then Jimmy, he just hasn't been around. I mean, Jay's been around to do his solo run, and Jimmy hasn't. So Jimmy was taken out right after WrestleMania. So, I mean, Jay's had all this time to grow and develop that brand of Yeet, and Jimmy hasn't had any time to show or get that love. He's getting that love now because he's rejoining Roman, and Roman is over like Christmas dinner. So, anywho, the U.S. title match was up. LA Knight versus Carmelo Hayes. A solid match here. Andrade out here watching the match, the back and forth. LA Knight retains with a blunt force trauma at 9 minutes 1 second. Nice cover way to finish the match. Andrade here after the match. Andrade mocked Hayes for losing, continuing their storyline. Will we see a 7th match between Andrade and Carmelo Hayes to see who might get LA Knight? Doing a lot here with these different variations of singles matches, triple threat matches between LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, and Andrade. At least they're bringing Andrade into a level where he's at least in title contention and not completely just sitting on the sideline with nothing to do. But a good solid match between LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes definitely finding his feet on the main roster, and LA Knight is over like he should be. I don't know how long he runs as Intercontinental Champion, and I don't know what you do with him next. I think at some point you may push him to the title picture, but I think it's almost time for a heel LA Knight to come out. Babyface LA Knight is okay, but I think LA Knight as a heel is far best of a better character. Your thoughts, gentlemen?
I don't disagree. Especially heel LA Knight. But it's like, even if he were heel right now, I don't think he'd be doing much different. So it's like, let him run with the title, and he's helping elevate Carmelo Hayes, who's new to the main roster. You got Andrade, who's maintaining, who's looking good. I was a little afraid that they might be burying Andrade, but actually he's still just on his own, making himself feel relevant. So I'm like, okay, let's run with it. It's not the most interesting feud, if you will, or whatever, with the United States title, but it's like it still keeps enough interest for a good TV show.
Yes.
That's my feeling on it.
And they're intermixed. And Carmelo Hayes and Andrade have had some banger matches. So, I mean, they keep elevating their games. So, I mean, that's helped out a lot. Mr. Z, your thoughts?
Solid match by both men. I've always been a Carmelo Hayes fan from his time in NXT, getting that opportunity to shine and make himself known. The reversal to the BFD, the first one, I was perfect. You couldn't have done that any better. But yeah, I feel like LA Knight is there to elevate a TV title, as any mid-card belt should be defended. And it's I'm hoping they bring the U.S. title to prominence like the Intercontinental title was brought up and put on as a serious workers belt. So, I mean, that's great. And as far as Andrade still manages to keep himself levels above like he should, as he's always done. I'm just curious to see how they're going to intermingle and who actually from these two guys is going to take that belt from Knight at some point.
So you're down with him?
What?
You're down with him?
With him? Oh, yeah. Yes.
Took you a moment.
He is him. Sorry, you cut out. He is him.
You like him?
I'm not even going there.
Anyways, in the back, Jimmy Uso walks around and finds Cody. Cody thanks him for helping at Bad Blood. Jimmy says there won't be any more favors for Cody. Reminded about Crown Jewel in 3 weeks. We'll get a video package for Last Legend and Shakara Jackson, as they will be in the title match between themselves and Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Post-match, the challengers are coming out, but they're interrupted.
Let me just stop you there for a second.
Go ahead.
Shoot it.
Tony Khan, take notes right there. Characters you don't know from other places. And this is part of an NXT deal, which is WWE owned, but not everyone watches NXT. Tony Khan, take notes. A video package does wonders to a simple video package to say, hey, here's why you should get excited for this match, even if we know they're getting fed to the champions.
Yes, but
introduce your characters.
Yes, but Tony Khan says that in this day and era, everybody has Google, that you should be able to go Google and find out for yourself. That is Tony Khan's philosophy.
Hey, Tony, do you know how many hours of past New Japan I have watched to get where I'm at with the podcast? Jeez.
Anyways, the challenger's coming out to the ringside when Kevin Owens cuts it off and gets in the ring. He cuts a promo on Cody. He's not supposed to be here. We're not supposed to talk about it. Nick Aldis is here. Cody is here. Out of nowhere, Randy comes in. He's trying to play peacemaker with Owens and Cody. Owens back elbows Randy, and then Randy lays out Owens. Owens lays there staring shockingly at Randy. Randy looks upset that he had to hit Owens. Owens left through the crowd, and we go to break. We didn't come back from break, and we see Trick Williams in the crowd, and Chelsea Green and Piper Niven are standing by commentary, and everybody's holding their nose. The champs are headed to the ring. Apparently, Belair and Jade had a confrontation with Green and Piper at Gorilla before this match, and that's why those two are here. And we get this match. It was an okay match. I won't say there was a lot of greatness in this match. There wasn't a lot to say. It was a 2-minute match, 3-minute match, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill got the win. There wasn't much to get here.
There wasn't much of a match. Yes, like you said, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. But for that limited time, they did everything they could to get themselves over. And I'm talking about Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. Granted, I have a little more knowledge because I've watched them on NXT. So if you never watched NXT, I understand you don't know who these two are. I get it. But for that limited time, they did everything themselves to get over, make the champions look good as well. I mean, I don't even like these two characters, and I was actually pretty proud of them just for doing what they did. You be the judge and watch the clips if you haven't seen it live.
Hey, it's got a solid point. I mean, if you don't know who they are, you can watch NXT to check out who these two women are. And for the time that they were given, they looked good. They looked solid, and they were fed to the champs as see fit. But I mean, it really did it really did put everyone, at least the fan base, on notice of who these two women are, and eventually might come up.
Of course, there's a lot of backlash coming down on this match all over the internet because people are complaining that it was only 2 minutes. Still complaining that Jade Cargill is no better than she was. So, a lot of people seem to be upset, mostly because this match wasn't that long, that the women only got 2 minutes on TV.
Okay, it's a 2-hour program. The thing, SmackDown may at some point go down to 3 hours, but we ain't there yet. So, what are they expecting?
And in the back, we get Nia Jax, Tiffany Stratton walking, and there will be a Jax coming out to the ring with Tiffy. We go to a break, and we recap what happens between Kevin Owens, Randy Orton, and Cody from earlier. In the back, Randy is telling Cody to leave. He'll go talk to Owens and try to fix this. Nick Aldis reminds Cody that he's got Gunther in 3 weeks and to focus on that. Randy will find Owens and try to cool things down. Cody goes and gets on his bus. Aldis notes how odd it is to see Randy Orton playing the voice of reason. In the ring, it's Nia Jax, and some men are going ooh and ah. Some men are having a party time. Mr. Z knows a couple of those guys. Anyways,
I know a couple that were very happy to see her.
Jax is going to take on Liv Morgan in 3 weeks, just like Cody is going to take on Gunther for the Saudi, the Crown Jewel belt.
Crown Jewel Championship.
Anyway, well, I just, the person who wrote the notes wrote something different, and I'm trying not to read that, and I'm just trying to fill in something else off the top of my head, so it was just like, yeah. Anyway, Jax gets a mic in the ring and notes she's a busy woman, but has a few things to say. She gives credit to Bayley for putting up a fight last week, even making Jax sweat. But she lost just like everyone else. No one can beat Jax, especially not Liv Morgan. That little girl wants to face the women's champion. Well, at Crown Jewel, she'll annihilate Morgan just like everyone else. Once she's done that, then Tiffany will cash in on Morgan as she locks Tiffany in a headlock and says yes. Naomi then comes out and erupts and talks. The only reason Jax is still champion is because her broke down Barbie helped her again. Jax can't win without Tiffy, who's not even a good sidekick. Naomi reminds us that she pinned Jax a few weeks back. Jax remembers it took Naomi and Bayley to pin her and asks if Naomi needs another partner to help her get a win. Naomi claims she doesn't need help and challenges Jax to a match right now. Jax accepts. Out comes the ref, but following the ref comes Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Dirty Dominic Mysterio. Morgan wants to make an example out of Jax, but instead they'll just hang out ringside while Naomi beats Jax. And so we get Naomi and Nia Jax in a decent match, a mid-match. A lot of this breaks down in the match. Different people trying to get involved. Naomi hits a powerbomb to get the win. Naomi gets a win at 9 minutes and 43 seconds, beating the champion. Dom, Morgan, and Raquel laugh at it, but Rhea shows up and wipes out Raquel. Morgan runs into the ring, but Ripley kicks Jax away and unloads on Morgan. Dom distracts things so Morgan can't save her, and Ripley stands tall. So, a little match between Naomi and Nia Jax. Not a whole lot to get overly excited about. There was a lot of other things that were being told here more than this match.
I'll be honest, I was surprised to see Rhea here tonight. I understood Morgan since they're building the PLE match. But like, okay, I guess I now with an hour less on Raw, I guess we're just gonna cross over stories as they see fit.
I mean, whatever works. I mean, we kind of seen where this whole thing with Nia was going. It was going to be a quick, pretty much. I'm just curious. Like I said, I'm still wondering if her Barbie is what they like to call her is going to cash in on her or Liv. I mean, honestly, I'm waiting for that cash in.
They're gonna tease it some more. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be a minute. We'll see. Carmel Hayes is walking to back. He finds Nick Aldis and complains about things. Aldis says him and Andrade need to settle things in the 7th match. The winner gets another U.S. title shot. This brings out Legado del Fantasma. Santos complains that Hayes and Andrade get title matches. Nick Aldis says he's just been waiting for Escobar to bounce back from his losses. Escobar is talking about all of them, not just himself. Aldis says Los Garza can have a match next week against a team he's handpicked, and if you can get through them, you'll be worthy of a title shot. Not word on who that team is, though the Murder City Machine Gun. Okay. The Motor City Machine Gun.
Motor. Oh Lord, these people cannot write.
Solo Sikoa talks a recorded segment about Jimmy might be the big brother, but Solo is the tribal chief, and Jimmy will acknowledge him. Solo doing what Solo does, never very impressive. Hard to take the man serious. Jacob Fatu would have been a better person to help get Solo over. I'm just saying. Post break, we get a hype package for a mystery tag team. Go ahead.
It's so strange how Jacob Fatu is practically Solo's wise man. I mean, he's not exactly Paul Heyman, but for the new bloodline, he actually works. I mean, that's, I guess, years of grinding on the independents, granted. Fantastic job, Jacob.
Yeah.
But he's actually the better talker. It just amazes me.
Post break, we get another hype video package for the mystery tag team debuting next week. It looks like the Motor City Machine Guns will be showing up to take on Las Garzas. So we'll have to wait and see. We get a recap of Tonga Leo retaining the tag team titles last week. In the back, we have the Street Profits DIY are arguing. Nick Aldis is praising the ladder match last week, but that was their shot at the belts. He's got a new team coming in next week. Everyone keeps arguing a little bit longer. Aldis is distracted by something off of camera. We find Kevin Owens stomping away on Randy Orton outside. Okay, Kevin Abreu. However you feel about that. I don't know where you get that idea that we wrestle. All we think about is wrestling all day, every day. That we do this show where we talk about wrestling, but it's
You're on my
not
channel, brother.
our all day, every day. But I mean, hey, you're here to talk. Congratulations, you made it. Your point's not necessarily valid because it's not like we sit here all day, every day. Anyways, Kevin Owens is stopping away on Randy. Nick Aldis gets Kevin Owens off Randy, and they bring a medical to look over Randy Orton. Back in the ring, and here comes Solo Sikoa with his goons. We're going to recap of the CM Punk Drew McIntyre from Hell in a Cell, and I guess you can go watch it with some music video where they've cut it down and put it to whatever music video. I didn't quite catch the name, so we'll have to wait and see.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, it's Solo Sikoa with his boys taking on Jimmy Uso. It was a decent match. It went 14 minutes. Eventually, Jimmy goes up top. Tonga distracts the ref so Fatu can crotch Jimmy to set up a Samoan spike for Solo to get the pin. They attack Jimmy after the match, but here is the OTC. Roman Reigns to even the odds. Roman with the Superman punch of Fatu coming down the entranceway. Solo and Roman stare down, start swinging, but Fatu takes out Roman from behind. Fatu hits Roman with a hip attack. Jimmy enters the frame again, but Fatu super kicks him down, then hits a double jump moonsault to handle. Jimmy Reigns gets set up for a Samoan psych, and Solo hits it to leave Roman and Jimmy laying the bloodline head out, both while Jimmy and Reign are regrouping. So a decent match. Jimmy coming back. I know a lot of people are going to be sour on the fact that Jimmy didn't get a win here in any way, shape, or form, but he can't. They've got to keep Solo winning, looking strong. Jimmy and Roman can't really beat the bloodline because they're going to need help. Who is this other member that's going to help them? Will it be Cody? Will it be The Rock? Will it be Jay? It's going to be interesting to see who they find to fill in for that spot. But that's kind of where we are with that. It was a decent match between Solo and Jimmy. It's what you expect between two brothers. So, I mean, in time, it's all going to come together and happen in the way it is. But, yeah, not surprised the way this ended.
I'm not surprised. I think they just kind of booked themselves in a corner. Because, like you said, ultimately the money is keeping Solo strong. But it's like, then why would you put Jimmy's first match against Solo? It's like, why do we continue making him look like a chump? They made him look like a chump, in the first segment by still bowing down to Roman, even though they're both faces now. It's like, oh, come on. Give him a little credibility. I'm not expecting Jimmy Uso to be main event status. I get that. But give him something to go on. Why are we excited to see him back? You know what I'm saying? If he's just going to kind of play the same role.
Well, but I mean, that's his role. He's the second to the tribal chief now, and we'll see how that plays out. It's his role, and I think that's where he's going to be. If you want more from him, maybe something will happen, but I doubt it. Again, whenever there's a Shawn Michaels in a tag team, there's always got to be the Jannetty. It's just the way it goes. At least Jimmy's doing better than Jannetty and Tucker and most of those people who play that Jannetty role.
Okay, I'll give you that.
So,
I'll give you that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait a minute.
He's better off than most of them. So I mean, you got to take your picks here. Yeah. Mr. Z, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's kind of just on the same thing. It's like, yeah, we're excited to see him back, but I mean, to take a loss like that again, I mean, kind of makes some fans lose faith. That, like we said, we've seen them complain about everything damn near. But I mean, it is what it is. They gotta let this simmer, let it slow cook. I don't care what they gotta do. Just give us a good finish to this story. That's all I'm asking for.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have to hang out and find out.
Rikishi, has been putting out things like, oh, like Jay's not getting over enough or something. What about Jimmy? What about his other son here?
I think Rikishi's just
make it make sense, Rikishi.
I think Rikishi's just playing stories and making stuff to talk about to keep the storyline going in his own way.
I agree.
Remember, he did it for The Rock.
Well, there is. Oh, today is Rhea Ripley's birthday, so maybe that's why she showed up. Give her a big birthday moment. Anyways, it looks like there's breaking news, and we'll talk about this in a moment. It looks like another title match will be happening at Wrestle Dream tomorrow. Looks like Mercedes Moné will be defending the TBS Championship. Just so the Mr. Z will be excited to see Mercedes. And Tony Khan's going to book a match to make Mr. Clarke happy because it's going to be against Chris Statlander.
I mean, that was bound to happen. I didn't know it was going to happen this soon, but that was bound to happen.
Anywho, we'll talk more about that in a moment.
Do we really gotta watch this?
Anyways, this is SmackDown. SmackDown, a decent show for what it was. It'll do better ratings than AEW on Tuesday night, so that's a good thing. But solid show. We're moving storylines along. We're building to Crown Jewel right now, with a slight build to, I think, Survivor Series War Games. I think you're kind of seeing that come to fruition. I don't know where we're going to get the women in that. I hope we're not going to get Damage Control versus Pure Fusion Fury or Per Fusion. I don't know. The non-energy drink group. I don't know. I feel like that's something I would go into Java Juice and order. Can I get a Pure Pure Fusion Furry drink? You know? That's all I think. I'm like, it's either like I'm going to... Do what?
Never mind.
I'm like, I'm either going to go into Jamba Juice or I'm going to go to Trader Joe's, or this is one of those super fruity, you know, feels like something I'm going to find on the shelf at Whole Foods, one of those super cleaners. Pure Fusion Collective Fury, or drink the whole Pure Fusion Collective drink sodas. One to help you clean it all out, clean your system with Pure Fusion Collective. When you need to...
organic.
Yes, it's organic. And when you need to feel the fury, just drink some Pure Fusion Collective. And you too could feel a little extra fruity and extra organic. That's how I think about when I think of this name. I'm like, it sounds like some bad, like, watery energy drink or some like super water that's going to have all these extra chemicals or non-chemicals. It's all going to be organic. It's going to be...
It's like you're trying to promote it like Bootios at this point.
No. Bootios was made with sugar and fun. This is supposed to be like something that's probably going to put you on the toilet for the rest of the day. That's what I see here, is one of these like super energies that's just like... You're going to clean out your system. This is what I said. It's our Pure Fusion Collective. We've got Fury and Fruity and fun stuff. I don't know. You know, and you drink each can and it helps you, you know.
Drink this and kick in a handicap bathroom stall.
If you're stuffed up and you get a ticket, just take some Pure Fusion Collective and you'll be good to go.
It's like Drano.
Drano for the soul.
Now that we're down this bloody tangent.
Anywho, SmackDown, a decent little show, doing what it needs to. Nothing really to get exciting about. I feel the Bloodline storyline's decent for what it is, but it's still missing some good pieces. Hopefully we get Paul Heyman back.
Yeah.
Paul Heyman makes everything exciting. But we'll have to see. It's just, you know, another SmackDown show. I can't say this or that. It was just what it was.
Keep waving your hands like that, dog. You're gonna pull something else in your neck.
I'm trying to be careful. It's really odd to have, you know, a neck brace on now and trying not to move as much and keep it stiff. And it's all weird. And the face mask for the broken, you know, the nose and everything. It's just like, how, you know, I survived the desert of Iraq and I come home and get attacked by a freaking clown.
Welcome to Payasos R Us.
Yeah.
I guess I need to go to Nevada. We need to go over to Tonopah and stay in the Clown Motel for a night. Mr. Clarke will love that.
Knowing your luck, Jekyll's be waiting for you.
It's a whole clown motel, which is right next to a old-time cemetery. So this is one of the most haunted places in Nevada, they say.
Ooh.
Yeah, the Clown Motel in Tonopah, Nevada, infamous. They've had the ghost hunters there, and they've done their study. And yeah, there's a old miners' cemetery that's right next to it. It's pretty much almost built on the grounds. They also believe it's built on the old Indian ground too. So yeah, old Indian burial ground. So it's festered with ghosts.
Let's not have a pet cemetery moment here with humans.
So, and it's every room's clown decorated, so you get to sleep with clowns. So if you really love clowns,
Mr. Clarke?
Now, the three of us, I'm probably the only one that really watched a fair amount of Juggalo chicken shit wrestling.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, I don't think it's those types of clowns. I think they have more of the. I think they talk more like the killer clowns from outer space type of clowns.
Oh. Damn.
I know the room for Mr. Clarke. It's a. The room for Mr. Clarke. I hear they have a Spider-Man clown room.
GFY.
Anyways. But yeah, there's the infamous Clown Motel in Tonopah. Maybe on a road trip to Vegas we can stay there for a night.
Oh man.
But SmackDown is a decent show. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, those tickets go on sale soon.
Yeah, I know. The 25th. We'll see what happens.
Yep.
See what happens. Anyway, SmackDown's here. We're gonna leave here briefly in a few, and then we're gonna switch over to a break it down. We're gonna do a preview predictions kind of show. I don't know if we can predict anything. For AEW's Wrestle.
We're gonna talk about it.
Dream. It's gonna be dreamy. Or for some of us, a freaking nightmare. But we'll discuss that. We'll get into all of that.
Dream, and I'm over here thinking, what is Joey Ryan going to be on the show? Is that how dreamy it's going to be for everybody?
We know what your wrestle dream is, and it involves 2 women and 2 belts. Yes, we know. And he pops. And then suddenly Jekyll appears at the edge of the bed, and it turns into a nightmare.
Oh shit! Sorry.
And then he introduces J.R. Kratos, and he realizes.
Don't give him any ideas. Don't give him any ideas. He needs to stay away from our table. I have a bad foot. I can't run.
Oh, you have a bad foot. I'm the one that got hit by the man.
Yeah, but how do we know that's not a prelude to what's going to happen next?
I didn't ask for any of this. I was just there to help.
In the line of fire. I was minding my own business.
I wasn't trying to be in the line of fire. I was minding my own business, doing a job that I had never done before. Okay, I got asked to be a ring announcer. I'd never done it before. Was in there trying to make sure I did everything right with all the respect to make sure I hit all the cues and made all these guys sound good. And I got an elbow. And then you go watch it back on slow-mo. It's brutal when you watch it on slow-mo because you laid that in and I went thunk.
We have it on 2 different camera angles.
I know.
We have it on 2 different camera angles.
I'm still waiting to see what the consequences for this is because this man's got a title shot for the SPW title on October 20th at Ghouls, Frights, and Wrestling Tights. He's going to fight our friend our buddy, the man that you should know, like we got to know, you should know him, get to know him, the Dark Fox, Illumide. Yes. So I don't know how getting a title shot is any consequence. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to have to make sure Illumide gets the win. Maybe we'll have to talk, Illumide. We'll have to talk.
Yes. We'll have to talk some business. Can we get, well, I mean, if anyone from SPW is watching, as far as the upper echelon, can we get extra security around our desk to make sure this doesn't happen again?
Yes. We need to talk to the upper echelon at SPW to make sure we have security by the desk at the main event. That would be great. That would be great.
Yeah.
Oh. Jimmy Jacobs.
AJ is a suspended. I was gonna say AJ is a suspended NYPD officer. Maybe he can.
Hey AJ, can you show up on the 20th of October at SPW in Elk Grove? We need a personal bodyguard. We need personal protection, AJ. We need your help, buddy.
Yeah.
I know you're retired from in-ring action, but maybe, heck, you know what? Maybe you can call up the bro man for us. Maybe Broseph can come act as personal security for one night for the Value Wrestling team at SPW's. We'll play Nickelback for him, okay? I'll give him.
There we go.
We'll talk nice about Nickelback and other things. Anyways, Jimmy Jacobs has left AEW.
Okay.
Coming
He was
from
a writer for him.
Oh wow.
Jacobs has worked closely with Khan, and the company is looking to use the chance to freshen up creative. So Jimmy Jacobs is gone. Mr. Z Twitter. I posted with the amazing interview we did with AJ Kirsch. Do you think we could get the virtuoso Deonna Purrazzo, who would be interested in sitting down with the Value of Wrestling and talking? And then I advertised it, right? But then I also asked, but we need to find out who is next. What happened to the real Kevin Kelly? He liked the post. Because I have not heard anything back from that man.
All right.
But he did like that post, so I guess I don't know. I know the real Kevin Kelly said he'd be interested. We've got Zoom, so anybody who's really willing to listen, Kevin Kelly, Deonna Purrazzo, Steve Macklin.
Yeah. Definitely. Anyone who's interested, I'm all for it. Like, come on.
Yes, let's get it
Well,
done.
the real Kevin Kelly, please stand up.
Just for some reason, it's his stories. I want to hear exactly, just anything that man's got to say because he's been around so long.
When you think about it, he worked for WWE, WWF at the time. He's worked for New Japan. He's worked for Ring of Honor, and he worked for Tony Khan.
Did he not have a stint in TNA?
But he didn't like what he had to say. So, yeah.
Did he?
I thought he.
A small stint. It wasn't very long.
I think he had a stint in TNA at one point. I have to go look, but yeah, he liked it. So I mean, Kevin Kelly, we're set to go. I guess we just need to get on the same pages here. And
just don't call him Hermie. We'll be fine.
Make it happen. Especially with our New Japan boy right here, Mr. Z.
Oh, man.
Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get here in a minute, wrap up, take a quick break, and then we're gonna switch over to break it down. We're gonna break down Wrestle Dreams 2024 AEW's pay-per-view tomorrow, and we'll break that all down. So stay with us or tune into that here briefly as we get out of here for the night, gentlemen. Tell the audience goodbye.
A little bit, folks.
Until the next